Now, I ain't one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicles Speak. Child, R.Kelly done came out with a song called I Admit It, and it's the juiciest thing I done heard from him since Trapped in the Closet, child. He released the song live on his Instagram page today, and the gag is, the song is 19 minutes long. He talked about everything from not being able to read and write, getting molested as a kid, Wendy Williams getting upset because he wouldn't give her a drink, his love for Aaliyah, Jocelyn Savage daddy dropping her off, his plethora of girlfriends, how his kids are probably disappointed in him and how he hadn't seen them in years, him getting rid of his management and attorneys, Steve Harvey and Tom Joyner turning their backs on him, and him being completely broke, honey, because he didn't know how to read his contracts. This man said that he's only working now so he can pay his rent. Child, I'm not sure if this song was a cry for help, his way of trying to trick us with his magic of music to try to get us to forget about all the nasty things he done in his past, or his conscience constantly eating at him, letting him know that he has to get these things off his chest. Either way, I'm here for it. And ain't nothing gonna stop me from giving y'all the tea, honey.
I admit it, I made it. I admit it, I did it. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did it.
Now, y'all already know that YouTube don't play when it comes time to posting songs that don't belong to you, and I ain't got time for them to be snatching my channel, so I'm gonna give y'all the highlights of the song. One thing he says in the song is that I admit I can't spell for shit. I admit that all I hear is hits. I admit I couldn't read the teleprompter when the Grammys asked me to present.
Because, he can't read, he can't write, and he can't add.
And I also told y'all he was illiterate back on July 24th of last year, but y'all didn't believe me. Now, what a lot of people might not know is that R. Kelly is illiterate. He never learned how to read or write. R. Kelly was picked on in school because of this, so he likes to be in certain situations where he's able to control. Kelly goes on to say, my lawyers told me to settle this even though it's bullshit. Kelly, protect your career, all these people in my ear. He's pretty much talking about all the women he had to pay off in the past, Geronda Pace being one of them. Then he goes on to say, I got a life, yeah. I got a right, yeah. Cancel my shows? That shit ain't right. How they gonna say I don't respect these women when all I've done is represent? Take my career and turn it upside down because you mad I got some girlfriends. Now, he definitely admitted to his entourage of women, but he hasn't admitted to the cult. Not yet. R. Kelly goes on to say, hell with this record deal. It ain't worth this shit for real. Ain't seen my kids in years. They trying to lock me up like Bill. How much can a nigga take? How much can a nigga break? Just want to do my music. Stop stressing me. Please just let me age gracefully. R. Kelly goes on to say, I admit I'm a freak. I used to go to strip clubs every week. But who these niggas trying to say I am? Man, I'm not, and I put that on Chief. I admit I fuck with all the ladies, both older and young ladies.
Like teenage girls.
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Boy, if you don't get.
Now you say young R. Kelly, we need to see these names and IDs, honey. How young are we talking? Child, what got my goat, and please excuse my lingo, y'all know I'm an old country girl, is that R. Kelly does not own any of his music. Then he goes on to say, I admit that I don't own my music. I admit that I would own my music. Want it back, but they won't let me do it. What the fuck, nigga? I wrote that music. I did that bump and grind. I did that 12 play. I did that fed up. I changed the damn game. So I deserve me a fair play. Put some respect on my damn name, nigga. No, he didn't say that. Child, and then he talked about his sit down with Wendy Williams.
Because I know things about R. Kelly that I will take to my grave unless he tells them.
Then he goes on to say, now Wendy Williams mad at me. Well, I ain't offer her no drink, but I admit that she asked me, can I get a little Hennessy? Wendy, you probably the first woman ever that R. Kelly declined giving a drink to, girl. How you do it? He said, I admit that I told it all, from my good points to my faults. She said, what about Aaliyah? I said, love. She said, what about the tape? I said, hush. Said, my lawyer said, don't say none. But I can tell you I've been set up. Child, now y'all know I ain't one to gossip, but Wendy ain't say that. Wendy said he was guilty, honey. She had no respect for that man after that. I admit how ever since the first day that without knowing I signed my publishing away, I admit that I was young and caught up and so blind, yeah. Said I had dyslexia and couldn't read those contracts, yeah. Now the truth in this mess is that I'm a broke ass legend. The only reason I stay on tour is because I have to pay my rent. Child, now that part actually made me feel sad, honey. The fact that he's done all this work, he's written hit after hit after hit. He doesn't even own his music. I admit a family member touched me from a child to age 14 while I lay to sleep, took my virginity. So scared to say something, so I just put the blame on me. I admit that I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. Said I'm abusing these women? What the fuck? That's some absurd shit. The brainwash? Really? Kidnap? Really? Can't eat? Really? Real talk, that shit sounds silly. And speaking of Jocelyn Savage, he said, and if you really want to know, her father dropped her off at my show and told his boy to put her on stage. I admit that she was overage. I admit that I was feeling her, and I admit that she was feeling me. I admit that that's some shit that comes with being a celebrity. Then later on, he goes to say, I admit that this is no disrespect to the parents, but this is my advice to you because I'm also a parent. Don't push your daughter in my face and tell me that it's okay, because your agenda is to get paid and get mad at me when it don't go your way. So he's pretty much saying that Joycelyn Savage's dad pushed Joycelyn off on R. Kelly to try to get her music career thriving, and he was going to get paid from it. But it didn't work out that way, and now his daughter's stuck in the house and he can't get her back. R. Kelly is like, look, y'all heard them stories about me. Why would you push your daughter off on me? I wouldn't even push my own kids off on me. Child, he tried to tell you. What's the definition of a cult? What's the definition of a sex slave? Go to the dictionary, look it up. Let me know. I'll be here waiting. Now, he's only waiting for us to go look it up for him because you already know that he can't. I promised myself I wasn't going to do this in this video. Y'all are not going to get me today. Now, I admit that I got some girls that love me to pull their hair. Now, I admit that they love me to talk dirty when I pull their hair. Some like me to spank them. Some like to get branded. And what some of these girls want is too much for the radio station. Look, I'm just a man, y'all, not a monster or a beast, but I admit there are times when these girls so fine, they'll chill with a nigga for a week. Child, he went on to start talking about how he been staying at the Homewood Suites. He had to sell his cars. He owed $20 million to the IRS. He borrowed money from the label. He got boys that be around him taking pictures, putting them on Instagram, but won't take up for him on Facebook. Child, this man's whole life just sounds a mess. He apologizes to his kids. He says that he's telling the truth. He wants them to believe him, honey. He don't know what they're going through because he ain't talked to them in so long. Child, it's just a lot going on. I'm going to link the song in the description box. If you want to hear it, like I said, it's 19 minutes long. Some albums ain't even that long, Chad. But it's 19 minutes long. If you want to listen to it, go ahead and listen to it. Let's talk about it down below. I really want to know what you guys think, honey. I've been listening to this thing about 4 times, trying to condense it and get it all down for you. But let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye.